Hey everyone, this is Chad with Winning Tennis. I want to make a video about the common threads of the two-handed backhand. And I have Kei Nishokori right in front of you waiting to hit a backhand. And I'm going to point out the common threads so you understand exactly what the pros are doing so you can do it as well. Okay, here we see Kei casually waiting. Now notice that little move that he made where he put his left hand down by his right hand. Typically, the ready position for most people is going to be with their dominant hand at the bottom when he's a right-hander, so that's his right hand, and his left hand is going to be up towards the throat of the racket. When he sees it's a backhand, he'll drop the hand down into this position. Now, I've gotten used to just being already in this position, so that's the way my ready position is, but a lot of people will have their hand on the throat and then drop it down into the two-hand position. Let's see what he does next. Okay, so we see here he starts to immediately bring his right foot forward. Typically, you're going to pivot onto that left foot, and he does have his weight onto that left foot because if your toe right there is up, your weight's going to be on that other foot. And while he does that, he simultaneously turns his shoulders and he's not really bringing the hitting racket back with his arms, he has just turned his shoulders. I have this in slow motion, and now we can see, look at how wide he steps into that shot. Okay, that's something that you can learn from because a lot of people are too narrow in their stance. And look at his shoulders. We see that his left shoulder is way up here and his right shoulder is lower. When I see a lot of people hitting their two-handed backhands, their shoulders are level. And really what you want to do is you want to drop that front shoulder and you want to get that chin right over it. And we can see here that the head of the racket is now above his hands where it's supposed to be. Let's play it. Okay, now we may have to reverse that a little bit, but what happened on this is as he brought the racket forward, the head now drops below the hands and notice it goes below the ball. And gone. So we have to replay that a little bit. Okay, so right there as he's pivoting onto his left foot, he's got his weight onto the left foot. His racket is really aligned with the middle of his torso. But as he starts turning his shoulders, the racket will obviously go this way, and then he starts bringing it back a little bit. And here he's stepping in. He's putting what he's doing is he's transferring his weight from the back foot onto the front foot. He has the racket back here. Again, the head is up. All right, now we can see that he has the racket level with the hands. However, that is going to drop really quickly, and it's kind of difficult to show you this because it happens so quickly, but let's see if we can do it. Let's just see here. Okay. All right. Yeah, now we can see the head is clearly below the hands. It started above the hands and then it drops all the way here, and notice it's way under the ball. And that's how you create topspin. He's going to hit up on the ball, but he's going to use a lot of his wrist to do so. You see that flexion in the wrist right there? That's the right wrist, the dominant hand at the bottom of the racket. That is a big key to hitting a powerful backhand and getting topspin. And I go through that. Watch some of my other videos on the two-handed backhand where I show you that. The left hand actually stays straight, doesn't move. Okay, contact is right out in front of the front foot. Notice here that the left arm is straight and the right arm is bent a little bit. That left arm is similar to Djokovic, where he's going to push out. Let's see. Yes, there it is. The arm is straightening. And look at his eyes. They're right still in the position of where the ball was. And only after his arm completely straightens does he now bring the racket across. Okay, now typically a lot of pros will finish over the shoulder like a Djokovic. On this particular backhand, he didn't. All right, let's take a look at another backhand. Here he is on the run, and he bases out. Notice how wide his legs are apart. And Kei is really a big hitter. I mean, he runs people around the court. He runs the best of them around the court. So this guy, and he's not a big guy. He's probably like 5'10", 5'11". So he has a huge ground strokes. That's really the meat and potatoes of his game. His serve is really probably maybe mediocre in the men's game, if that. Now here again, you can see the wrist flexion on the right wrist. Look how far down that racket is. Okay, I see club players all day long, their rackets are here. That is such a key thing. And look at also, notice how close his arms are to the body. That's because every swing usually starts on the outside, comes back to the inside, and then goes back outside. Bam, he hits the ball. See that his right arm is bent and his left arm is straight. That's a key position that you want to be in at this point. And now we see more of a complete follow through with the torso rotation. I usually tell my students when they hit the two-handed backhand, high left elbow and hold that finish. And that's something that can really help you. And then from here, he just brings the racket back and he's in the ready position again. And that's his ready position where he's holding the racket. So those are the common threads of the two-handed backhand as we see him hit a beautiful forehand right there. And if you notice on both strokes, he's just going straight through the ball. I hope this helps. Get out there, practice some of these things that you saw that Kei did, and let me know how it works for you. Because if we could start putting some of these things together into our own strokes, we're going to start hitting better strokes. We're going to be more like the pros. All right, Chad with Winning Tennis. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.